Cool. We're going to get started here in just a second. I'm going to get something. I'm going to get this shared out here real quickly, and then we shall begin. So, if you're joining us, let me know that you're here. We are trying something new today. We're live on both Facebook. I'm over here on the iPad on Facebook, and I'm live here on YouTube. YouTube seems to be glitching out a little bit today. That's okay. They didn't know I was doing this. Okay. Get this shared out. Share to a group. I don't want a group. Well, I'll do that later. All right. So it is 11 o'clock. Welcome to our live chat for Wednesday, September 2nd, 2020. Hard to believe it's already September. I couldn't get over it. Yesterday, I was just like, oh, my rent's due today. I need to get that done. On YouTube, welcome to our live chat. We do these chats about once a week. We come on to the live, and we have a topic each week. Next week, I believe, is going to be a live concert actually on Friday. Let me double check that. But we will. Most of our lives are on Facebook. But I'm going to try to start doing more on YouTube as well, so we can build that up too. So let's get on with today's topic. So if I keep looking over here, I'm on Facebook. If I keep looking over here, I'm on YouTube. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Our live chat topic today is a teacher's and a parent's favorite saying. Are you listening to me? We've all been there, and I know there's some folks out there who are nodding their head. Yes, they have said that before. They said that phrase to children, to students, to family members, to spouses. If your spouse is not paying attention and you have to go, are you listening to me? Did you hear what I just said? But what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking about the context of listening and using that in a music lesson, using it in a kid's practice time at home. So we're going to be going over some tips and tricks, things that I have done before with students, things that I have not done with students. So let's go ahead, let's dive in. If you do have any questions, please throw them in as a comment on the live chat. If you are watching after the live and you have a question or a comment or whatever, please feel free to message or comment on the video. That way I can see them. So what is so important about listening as a musician? For musicians, half of what we do is listening. We're always listening to, okay, did I play this part right? Is my instrument in tune? Things like that to help us know that we are doing things correctly, that we're playing the music correctly, that our guitar, ukulele, or our flute, trumpet, clarinet, whatever we're playing, is all good and in tune. So how do we get there? What are some things that we can do in, say, our music lessons to get us to train our ear, which in the professional world we call aural skills, A-U-R-A-L, aural skills. Big fancy word for ear training. So some of the things that I show you today, like I said, will be things that I do and some new things that I'm going to be trying out with my kiddos here soon. And I will admit, I'm going to fess up here, bad teacher moment. One of my favorite things in college was the listening assignments when we did when we were given something to listen to journal about it, or things like that. That was one of my favorite things to do, was just to sit back and listen to music. And if you follow our publishing page, ZS Music Publishing, that's partly why I've been creating the calendars, the listening calendars as well, to get students to listen to a variety of music and to jot it down. So I'll admit I have not been doing a great job at having my students just sit and listen to music. So that's something I'm going to be doing, and that's something I'm going to be improving this fall. So they'll be doing some more listening. But let's start off with some things that I have done with students in lessons. And this is both for all students. So for my drum students, for my guitar students, for my ukulele, my piano students. This could be applied to any student, including voice as well. So one of the things that I do in the first few weeks to kind of get them used to listening is to kind of just sit here at the piano, play some different chords, and to see if they can tell the difference between these chords. And if they don't know a chord, that's fine. So what I will do, I just start off here with a C major. And I tell them, I say, put an emotion with this. What emotion would you think of when you hear this? What do you feel? Do you feel happy, excited, sad, depressed? And so I want them to tell me, okay, when I hear this, what do I think of? So now, I'm going to fess up to one more thing here. This is where I kind of go off the cuff, and I do this outside of the book. And I've gotten yelled at this before, but I don't really care. I call a major chord happy. I associate that with happy because that's what's going to click for the kids in their head. So then I'll go through both the major and the minor tonalities. So I'll say, okay, what does this make you feel? Okay, go to minor. What does that make you feel? Change it up so it sounds more minor. So I say, okay, what does this make you feel? Okay, sad. All right, this is what we call minor. Here's happy. Major. Here's sad. Minor. Okay, that's an E minor chord. And then I'll also dive into diminished and augmented. So I'll say, okay, here's major. Now, here's where I also say something that teacher says as well. Put on your listening ears. What did I change? What's different? How does this chord make you feel? What does this sound make you feel? And I kind of go back and forth for them to say, okay, what's the difference? What am I changing? I'll do the same thing with diminished, okay? I'll start with minor. I'll go to diminished. What's different? I'll go up here to the E minor chord that I played earlier. Okay? What's different? What did I change? So those are some things that we can use in lessons to get students to kind of follow along. Something else that I do with my voice students is a simple echo. So like this is a nonsense on a na 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 na. Have them sing that back to me. Okay. Or if we're using solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol. That's going to also train their ear. That's also going to help them realize. Let's put the solfege back in. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. That's also going to help them realize. Also listen for those put my teeth in, tonalities as well. I'm going to adjust the camera right there. Okay. I feel like I'm flip-flopping back and forth today. That's okay. A little aside, I am planning to do more on YouTube if I haven't mentioned that already. So YouTube will have more live videos here in the future. Anyway, let's keep going on. I'll also do that same thing. What did I change? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Again, what's different? What did I change? That should be a quick giveaway from do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And things like that, change and tweak one little thing. Another thing that I've actually done recently, and I need to get on the ball, this is something to do outside of lessons and to help students in their practice at home, if you have your students practice at home. I'm going to pop on. Actually, I'm going to go to my music app here. Don't know if I can be on YouTube on the laptop. and the phone as well. So I'm just going to type in Furley's. And I always like to just kind of go through and listen and find different versions of Furley's. Or different versions of songs, different covers of songs, because everyone's going to play the same piece a little bit differently. It's going to depend on the interpretation. So, for example, the first thing that pops up on music here is Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I didn't even know this existed. So what I would do first is I would have students listen to the original, or I would listen to the original. This is what I do with my students. So there's the original. I'm going to try to not play these as long so I don't get in trouble. So a little bit of the same. Just give it a little ahead. Actually, that wasn't as different as I thought it would be. Here's a remix. It doesn't say who it's from. Let's check this out. See how different it is. Let's get a little ahead. All right, students, what was different there? What changed? So that was a remix. Someone remixed the heck out of that. So that would be something that I would do with my students, is have them, and I would go through and send the links to the parents, or send the links to the student if I had their contact info through my music staff, and say, okay, here's the original, here's version 1, here's version 2. Tell me what's different. What do you hear? Are there differences? What's the same? And things like that. So that is one way that students can work on their listening outside. And it's also a good way, if you ever do practice challenges, like 30 days of practice or 100 days of practice or whatever. I know Nicola Canton from Colorful Keys over in Dublin, Ireland does this. And I'm going to be borrowing it from her from her blog, where she does 100 days of practice. But she also gives you ways that you can practice away and off the instrument. So that's what I'm going to be working on, giving students ways that they can practice away from the instrument. And I'm really big on that too. I like to try to find ways that you can practice by not sitting at the instrument in front of you. So that would be like, for example, if I started that in January, of course, that would go through at least April? Yeah, at least mid-April. And that would cover our spring break. So then if kids take a trip, they could do some listening in the car. So that would be part of their practice right there. So we've covered different ways that you can, a few ways that you can work on the ear. Piano, some different tonalities, having them sing back scales. Also, differences in compositions, differences in saying, okay, go home, listen to your piece, and then listen to how this person does it. Another thing is, if I were to assign someone, where is it? Have them listen to, like, for example, in this book right here, was it Showtime Piano, Level 2A, this version of Bye Bye Blackbird, have the students play it first. Nope, where are we at? Start with that, and then have them go and listen to an actual version, because that's obviously an arrangement of the song. And actually, when I was listening to the song too, it's a lot different than the piano version here. So I'm going to pull this one up as well, and again, Facebook, YouTube, I don't own the rights to this music. I'm just using it for educational purposes. Pull this up, Diana Krall. It's a lot different than how the students play it in the book. So I would assign the piece and then have them find this on YouTube or something. So it's just really nice, subtle piece there. So that's another option that you could do for your students, have them play the original and then go find a version and listen to it. In fact, I did that for a student. What song was it? It was from the musical, not the musical, it was from the movie Sing. It was an Elton John song. So I had him listen to the movie version. I'm Still Standing, that's the name of the song. I had the student listen to the version that he was learning, and I think this was for school, from the movie, and then I had him go listen to the Elton John movie, or Elton John version, and tell me the differences you could hear. They were very subtle differences, but he could pick them out, basically between what Elton John did and what they did in the movie. Okay. All right. So that is about all on our chat on listening. I had to take care of something on the YouTube really quickly. I'm going to pull up. I've been bad about this. You'd think with our live chats now, that I would say, hey, this is our next live chat without having to look it up. All right. I'm still alive. Okay. It popped up on my phone on the side there. Our next, oh no, I lied. JK. Our next live chat is going to be next Wednesday at 11 a.m. So we're going 11 a.m. Central. Next week, what we're going to be talking about is not so much teaching related, but we actually have, fingers crossed, that everything stays okay and we can do these. We're going to be talking about some of our cool classes that we're going to be doing, some of our fall classes that are coming up in November or October, November. So probably won't be on the YouTube live for that one. We'll just be on Facebook Live. But I will start going in and scheduling the YouTube lives and doing it that way. So as always, message us if you have any questions. We'd love to talk with you about setting up lessons. We do still have openings for the fall. Also, one more thing before I leave, and I'm going to kind of cap this here. We are hiring. This is the last thing I thought I'd be doing in 2020, but I am going to be hiring soon for a music instructor here in the studio. So if you are in Wichita, please do reach out and know that you are, let me know if you're interested in the job. Experience, music, and put the teeth back in. Teaching and performing experience is preferred. At least the performance experience will work with you on how to teach the kids. So anyway, we're going to end with that. I hope you all enjoy your Wednesday. Again, happy September. And we will see you all in the next live chat. Take care for now.